In some ways, the story has just begun, but for others, it is over. Palm Sunday, with all its pomp and ceremony, all the processing and singing and waving psalms, palm branches, and the overwhelming red, if you haven't noticed yet, everywhere you look, is the start to the week when we tell today's Passion story in little parts, day by day, until we pass through all that we just heard, leading to the story of Easter. What we do today is like pushing the first domino in the line from which the rest of the week takes its cue. From this very dramatic start, tomorrow we return to the land of the living, where Jesus has his feet anointed by Mary, the sister of Martha. By Thursday, we commemorate the Last Supper, going to Gethsemane, the betrayal, and finally the arrest. Good Friday speaks for itself when we hear once again the story of crucifixion and death. All this must come first. It must take place before the final domino can fall, or be raised, as one might say. We cannot come to Easter. We cannot know Easter without the week that precedes it, without Maundy, Thursday, without Good Friday and Holy Saturday, when he lays in the tomb. Easter without Holy Week is empty, barren, and wanting. One cannot be resurrected if one does not die. And just as for some, this day starts the story, for others, today the story is over. Today Jesus is dead, killed by the Roman authorities for a political uprising in the small backwater arena of Jerusalem in the region of Judea, in a section of the Roman Empire, the greatest empire to ever be. Today, for those in authority, the pain of this one in the side of society is no longer able to wield his power, stir up the people, and give them hope of a seemingly ludicrous idea of an alternative kingdom. An alternative kingdom where peace and love and hope prevail over a system of oppression, overwhelming pain, and ultimately death. This agitator, some said, finally received his due for all the raucous that he caused. He is dead. The 19th century theologian and philosopher Nietzsche claimed that God is dead. In Jerusalem, 1800 years prior, the leaders laughed when Joseph of Arimathea took the dead body of Jesus off the cross. The one who claimed to be the Son of God was dead. The New York Times, in the mid-60s, joined this chorus, some of you may remember, almost sealing the fate of this one born of Mary in the line of the great King David. For our culture, God might as well be dead. Today, this story holds little relevance to many Americans, and even fewer Vermonters. Faith and culture come in sharp contrast today. They stare each other in the face not knowing who is going to make the next move, who might win the battle or blink first. Faith in Jesus Christ and a world that is no longer held up by the trappings of Christianity are not, however, at battle, as if it seems as though they are. Conversion of a culture is not important any longer. Forcing a system of belief on a world is no longer what Christian faith is all about. For some, that is hard to accept and believe. For Christendom is dead. It no longer exists. But is Jesus? We have a choice today to see the world, to see today as the end, or possibly the beginning, as the completion or the starting point. We will only know if we are willing to take the journey. The week ahead holds the key, the journey this week with the church that sees today as the beginning. Come, see what he